Now we jump into the second fragrance from the Zed Creator line, Curly Senses, the Siren. Let's roll my motherfucking music so we can get into this nose, and I'll let you know my interpretations.
Sexy motherfucker. Cubaknow, Cubaknow. We're all alone. Yeah, that's friends from the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. This is your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. So this is the Siren by the lovely Curly Sense. Super cool person, always shown me massive amounts of support, and just because of that doesn't mean you automatically get a thumbs up or a pass, but I appreciate you as a human being, as a great person, as we've had multiple conversations. Her and Tony are the coolest people, and I appreciate y'all, but you already know what time it is, because I just gotta be honest on my interpretations of this fragrance. And again, one person's opinion is not the end all be all. Usually when somebody starts with that, it's like the same way somebody starts, listen, respectfully, I'm gonna disrespect you, right? So, but let's get into this shit. Here's the Siren. I'm assuming it's called the Siren, La Sirena. Maybe, like, I'm assuming La Sirena because she has like a half naked with a mermaid and some fucking bat wings or some wild shit here. It's a fucking cool picture. It's like some, you know, Greek mythology type flow. What I get from this, I don't know if it's saintly or whatever, but I believe that's Tony on the bottom, and it looks like he's about to like do some fisting. That shit is wild. Listen, Tony, you a kinky fucker. I appreciate you though. So here's the Siren. Let's look at the presentation. All Zaharoff style bottles, and this one is kind of that goldish hue. Beautiful color juice. Pretty bottle, and on the sides it says Curly Sense / Zaharoff. So let me jump into the notes, and then we'll go into the snorting. So it's an EDP concentration. The top notes are ginger, coriander, cardamom, almond. Heart notes are coffee, leather, white moss, dark chocolate accord. Bottom notes are patchouli, Loronox, cognac accord, and vetiver bourbon. Now, I'm gonna spray this on the test strip and then give you my interpretations as I've done this one full day wear as well. And for me, it's not a summertime hot weather fragrance at all, but it is my favorite from the line. Spoiler alert, there's still one fragrance left. This is absolutely my favorite from the line. It definitely tugs on my heartstrings, especially with that bourbon and that ginger accord. This, just threw it. This is a very nice fragrance with gingery notes and a nice boozy accord that I do fuck with. For some reason, this smells like a leather-bound book. An old, dusty, leather-bound book that's been at the top of the library. Nobody and their mother reads it because it's like 5,000 pages, and it's probably like the Kama Sutra book of anal. What I gather from this fragrance is a thick mossiness, boozy accords, not overly boozy, but it's got a good amount of booze in it. You get dark chocolate, semi-sweet, but you definitely get a beautiful ginger vibes. Ginger in here is stellar. I truly enjoy the ginger, and it does provide a freshness to an overall dark, rich fragrance. This fragrance for me just screams fall and winter, and this has no place for me in the summertime. I wore this for a full day in the high heat, and it did not do well on my skin. My skin was not cooperating. It was some notes and some facets of it that were too sharp in the heat, and my skin was just not doing it, and it just bothered me a little bit in the high heat. But it does have great potential for the fall and winter, which is where I'm gonna be reapplying this fragrance. On the dry down, I get a real thick, dense amount of vetiver that I don't know how I feel about it. It doesn't drive me crazy. It has something about it, a little nuance that just a little off-putting, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's solely the vetiver or it might be a combination of that white moss and vetiver. Something about it is a little awkward on my skin. It just doesn't gel very well. I feel that I'm getting the best parts of this fragrance on opening and mid. Dry down, it's a little confusing. I don't like what my skin has been doing on it. It could be because of the summertime vibes and how it does on my skin, but it is a rich, thick, old, sophisticated type of fragrance as I assimilate it with a library and an old book. I know I sound like a quote from fucking Ron Burgundy, but that's really what I smell. An old leather-bound book with old crinkly pages and slightly dusty. For me, this doesn't feel like something that was completely thrown together. I feel like there was a lot of thought process, and I feel that there was a lot of trial and error in this. This is all assumption, but I feel like there's a lot of trial and error in this fragrance because it's not a basic fragrance. It has a lot of complexity to it as far as the notes and trying to balance all this shit in here. It's dark, it's pretty, and it's, for me, a ball sprayer. That ginger is super dope. The dark chocolate is just slightly sweet. The booziness in here is just right, not overly boozy, but it does have this sexy, mature, winter appropriate, beautiful, crackling by the fire warmthness that I do appreciate, and props to you for creating this shit. So you get a ball spray. Good job to the said creators, Curly Sense and Tony, great job. Georgie, this one is a very, very nice fragrance. Not summertime, winter, fall, brisky, cold nights only. I love y'all motherfuckers from the heart, and I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know what is biggest in the game? Smooches.
Cubaknow, what's fresh, who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? Cubaknow.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, Motorola star tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense, you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that